What is up, Isaac? How are you, sir?
Good, Ryan. Yourself? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Juneteenth to everybody watching. And I have a special surprise. Do you
for
see these?
for Juneteenth.
Delicious.
Oh,
No, not nerds for Juneteenth.
um,
Nerds gummy clusters. Do you remember these from a couple episodes back?
yeah. You ate them the entire show and
And
stopped paying attention halfway through.
they were delicious. So anyway, my brother and sister-in-law watched the show that night, and this is what I got for my birthday. I got two big old bags of these, and I've been going through them slowly. I'm enjoying them. So, but I'm not going to bring these on the show tonight. I don't want you guys getting jealous, and I definitely don't want to chew in the microphone. Let's go ahead and act like professionals and invite our guest into the show.
Let's do that, sir.
Yeah.
Hey,
Chris Goodlet, how are you, sir?
doing well. How are you all?
Chris is known as the charity board gamer, and he is a friend of ours. We love hanging out with him at conventions and doing all the cool just play times that we have around the game table at these conventions. Chris, how are you, man? How have you been?
Doing well. Just been kind of relaxing. I've been on
Nice.
like a little bit of a hiatus on the live streaming and stuff. Just kind of getting ready. I am studying game after game because I'm going to be working at the conventions, and so like I'm learning Tika, I'm learning Volanomo, I'm learning Blazin, I'm learning
Nice.
Raw. It's like for some reason it seems to be all 25th century focused. I don't know why.
Volanomo, 25th
Mhm.
century games, you say?
So good.
Volanomo is actually our, people don't know this yet, but our Patreon backers, we do a thing called the reverse birthday gift. We started One Board Family, is it 6 or 7 years ago today, this week? I can't remember. But anyway, 6 or 7 years ago, we started One Board Family, and to our Patreon backers, we give a copy of a board game that we have loved for the past year to our Patreon backers, and Volanomo is actually our game this year. Don't tell anybody. So
That's a nice. It's a fun game. Like
it really is.
we played that with our kids, and it just worked out well. We did a live stream of that one in preparation because Beth's going to be actually helping out too with
Nice.
25th and at Gen Con, so we're going to be having a
Okay.
good time doing that. So yeah,
That's
good.
awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited about Origins. This is our Origins pre-show. We're going to be talking all about the things that we are excited to see at Origins, the games that we want to play, the food that we want to shove in our mouth, and the games that we're going to bring with us on
Why
our
do you say
show.
it so weird?
So I could have said shove in our pie hole.
Ugh,
Is that better?
I
Is that-
guess.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Hey, there's our first.
Oh, yeah.
first
So,
comment
Bob.
from somebody who's awful at games.
Bob sucks at Volanomo. He is so bad at Volanomo.
Okay, we
So-
need to play him then. We need to play
Yes.
him at it. Just
Oh,
to
if you
have
want to
fun.
feel good about
Luke,
yourself,
how's
just
it
play
going?
Bob. What's
Yeah.
up, Luke? How are you? So,
Yes, we'll
love,
see you at
love
Origins.
love thy nerd crew. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome.
600 of them coming to Origins this year.
And I expect a sticker from Bob. I want the glittery one, Bob.
Oh,
I want
yeah,
the
we have-
glittery one.
I got some glitter stick. Where did I put those?
do
I
you
got
have
glitter
some?
stickers.
But is it of your face?
No,
That's-
no,
yeah,
I'm not
see?
as
Vain?
yeah.
Is that the word?
It's just
so
our
Bob,
logo.
Find Bob. You can, if you find me, you'll get a One Board Family sticker. If you
Yep.
find Bob, you'll get a sticker of his face. So
I got the glitter gaming with sidekick stickers made.
nice,
So
nice.
Will there be
Uh,
pie? Mm.
Hank likes pie. Well, pie.
I
hole.
hope so.
Yeah.
oh, we can bring the pie game.
Ooh,
Oh,
buried treasure.
Buried treasure.
I love buried treasure.
That's
yeah.
you all you taught that to me at Tantrum Con.
That's
That was
right.
so good.
Yeah, it's
good.
really good. It's super mean. We got it for a friend of ours' birthday.
so good. So
and,
mean.
It is so mean. So anyway,
What's our
let's
opening-
jump into it. What's the first question, Isaac?
Yeah, our opening question is: have you been to any other conventions, and what were they for? Or if you haven't been to another convention, some manner, what would be a convention you'd like to go to?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, for me, my first convention was not a board game convention. It was actually kind of like a nerdy comic book style convention that was down in Florida called MegaCon. I got a chance to meet Stan Lee and I got a chance to meet Adam Baldwin,
Awesome.
but it was a perfect example of what it's like to go into a convention alone, not knowing anybody. So it was very awkward. It was very empty, even though it was filled with lots of people. It was one of the experiences where I was like, I wasn't big into the convention scene. And then later on, like the board game conventions was completely different because you see these signs saying players wanted.
Yeah,
And some people are like, hey, you want to come play a game? It's like, yeah. So it was a big difference. It was like night and day between the two. So,
That's awesome.
I have two first conventions. Well, not two first conventions. That doesn't make sense.
Double
My first convention, I guess, would be Dragon Con when I was like 14, 15 years old. 15 years old. My dad actually took me and my really good friend at the time. We were in high school. Really loved that convention. I haven't been back to Dragon Con in over 20 years.
Wow.
But it was a lot of fun. It was crazy. I didn't know what to do. There was so much stuff. There was so much stuff to do. And then my first, another non-nerd related one is a web design convention, which was a lot more just listening to speakers and hanging out and talking over lunch and stuff. It was more business oriented. I will say that when you asked what kind of convention would we want to go to, I think I would like to go to a Bigfoot convention, but I think I would want to go to a Bigfoot convention to film things and to later laugh at them, which isn't nice.
It's not, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
to be entertained.
Yeah. I don't know. The convention I want to go to at some point, San Diego.
Bob, we're the same age, Bob. I didn't know there was a Dragon Con 35 years. Bob, we're the same age. Get off me, man.
Wow. I love that wherever your monitor is, Chris, that you keep looking up so it looks like you're looking at Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Brady Bunch style.
Well, it's like I've got like my monitor like right here. It's a weird way that I've got it set, and so it's like this is at an angle, but this is right here. And
should we look at each other when we talk? Is that like proper? So
Ryan,
if I look at you like, this feels very unnatural.
So my family has owned numerous businesses. My dad's an entrepreneur by heart, and we've had a lot of different things we've been involved with. And one of the things we had was an aquarium store, rather large aquarium store.
Nice.
And we would go to Chicago, fly into O'Hare, stay at the hotel right there at the airport where the convention center is, and go to the United States' largest pet store convention. And I just remember going to that in junior high and just being like wowed by all the cool stuff, because it was similar to some of these conventions we go to, right? It was all of the top end cool big companies, and you'd get crazy samples and see lots of cool animals and brand new things. And it was just always a fun trip as a family to go check those out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jan Brady.
The Jan Brady of board games. I like it. So, no, that was Marsha.
No, the Jan Brady was the one that was always like the plain
Marsha
lame
Broker
one.
knows.
Marsha Broker knows.
That's right. Jan was a cool one.
Jan never got noticed.
All right, next question.
Okay. She was super cool.
Let's see where it all began. What was your first board game convention, and when was it?
All right, so for me, I just got into the hobby about 2018, around April, Mayish. Went to a local church and they had a game night. I was very reluctant to go, but I got, of course, hooked. I mean, or else this doesn't make any sense behind me. Sure. But then I went to a convention in the area. It's called CharCon. Travis Reynolds of Queen Games, he actually helps run that convention. And it's a small convention, but it's a nice little kind of like, it's called the Clay Center is what it usually is for a location. And you might get some publishers will come. You'll see on Tendency now, I see a lot of, Christina and Rob from Blue Peg, Pink Peg. They usually come, and Jeremy's come. But it just was an interesting time. It was my first time experiencing it. I did a Catan tournament, Catan, whatever people prefer.
Sure. Settlers.
Settlers. Yeah. So I played a Settlers tournament. And of course, this is after playing not the base game. I instead played it with Cities and Knights and played it with Seafarers. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to play this tournament. And then it's like base game, and I'm like, this is not as fun. So but it was a good experience. I had a great time. Played Coup, and just got to kind of enjoy it. It was just one day that I went.
Nice.
And it just kind of encouraged me more. And I think that was where I bought one of my first board games, which was Fairy Tile, and I bought that because it was $25. It was affordable,
I remember
and it was something that I was able to play with my kids, so it worked well.
Yeah,
Luke
little
said
game.
my first board game con was Gen Con 2021. Blew my mind.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Can you
awesome.
imagine starting at Gen Con?
wow.
Ugh, jeez. I think my first, and that's the thing, is it a convention? So Atlanta Game Fest is just kind of like a weekend gaming getaway, and so our family went to it in 2016,
Mhm.
and so had a really fun time, had a great time, just playing games with a bunch of random people and getting to know people in the Atlanta area, which is
It's awesome.
where Aaron and I were from before we moved to Columbus when we were in college and first got married. So it was really good. And then Origins, we followed it up with Origins that next spring. So
Nice.
Origins 2017 was our first one. So
Mm.
It's perfect. Yeah, my first was we have a local one in Toledo called BashCon. It's mainly Magic and D&D players,
Mhm.
but kind of dipped our toes into that. When I was in college, I went to that. But our first like big one was Origins, and actually it was Origins 2013. So this is my 10th year
nice.
of going to Origins with my son, who's been there,
That's so cool.
each time, and wife and daughter have gone, and they both love to play board games, but the convention scene's not for them. So they're very focused on, hey, we want to play the games with you, but not necessarily spend the week at the con at nerd camp,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So but yeah, we went out to Origins. My first year I was obsessed with Munchkin as a new gamer, right? We all have things
Right.
that lead us in, and I got to
Mhm.
meet John Kovalik, got some custom art pieces from him. Like I was in I was in heaven, right? Like
That's
it was
cool.
such a cool experience. And that's what I love about these, game cons. When people get excited about a game, I'm just like, that's great, man. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe I've moved on to different things, but like I love that you're excited about this thing you love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know who this is in
It's probably
your
Rick.
group, but I love you. And that's to all three of us, I'm
Oh,
assuming.
that's
So,
nice. It's
yeah,
probably
Yeah.
Rick.
There we go.
It's probably Rick. It's
Oh,
all
if it
three of
is,
us.
then never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
No, sorry.
jeez.
It wasn't in my
Pax
group.
U.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know where he's coming from.
Could be
Pax U
YouTube.
last year was our first going to Origins.
Pax U, let's go.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Cool.
prepared
So,
for my Origins conversation. I'm wearing a Pax shirt.
there we go. Nice. That's good. So,
Oh my goodness. Like PAX is like the in between of what Gen Con and Origins are. That's how I kind of look at that one.
100%.
yeah.
Mhm.
Last year was
Yeah.
my first Gen Con, and I was just blown away at how
Oh,
huge it truly is.
oh, it's gonna get larger too. Like, I mean, if you've looked at hotels are like selling out, and the cost for hotels right now are just ridiculous.
I
But
don't know that I'll go to Gen Con anytime soon. I don't
Mhm.
I don't know. I see the importance of it. I just don't know if I want to. It's at a weird time of year where school's starting back for us.
Mhm.
It's around my daughter's
Sure.
birthday, and it just doesn't fit what I want to do right now. So Pax
Yeah.
U is definitely in my wheelhouse though.
I mean, yeah.
Next question. Food.
Next question.
Food is a huge part of these shows. We all enjoy food quite a bit. What is the best food that you've had at Origins?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to name 3 places, and it's solely because one is more like a family style, one is more like a sit down, enjoy your meal, and you're getting your money's worth out of it, and then the other one's just pure pleasure. So first one, we're going to go ahead and start with the Eagle. If anybody's never been to the Eagle, that place is so much fun.
So
Just
good.
yeah, I mean, you go in there, it's family style, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, spoon bread. I don't even remember all the other sides. The spoon bread's the big one. Just something about that was good. And we went last year. I went in. I was like, "Hey, does anybody want to come?" And so we ended up with a party of 40 walking in on a Saturday night. And they accommodated. I said, "Hey, just split us all up. Don't worry, they're going to take care of your service. Because if not, I will kill them." I worked restaurants for the longest time, and so like if people don't tip and they go out to eat with me, they don't ever eat with me again.
Yeah.
But that just great experience. It's well worth the cost.
That's good.
Then you've got a place, Ted's Montana Grill. Ted's Montana Grill, which is right nearby the arena. And what's nice about that is that they've got really good, delicious steaks. Like we're talking about a nice Delmonico cut. They've got root beer floats, which are phenomenal. I always get 2 sides of fries because it's really healthy.
Yeah.
And what's wonderful about it is they cook everything on a flat top. They cook all their steaks on flat top, so it sears in the flavor. really great. You're paying the prices of what you would pay at an Outback Steakhouse,
Mhm.
but you're getting a quality food that I would say you'd get at a Ruth Chris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
that's the quality. I mean, the service has been wonderful. I've gone there the past couple of years. We're going again this year. I know some people are coming to dinner, and yeah, it's a guaranteed place that I will hit every year at Origins,
Nice.
and it's worth it. And then last but not least, the pleasure place has to be Jenny's Ice Cream.
Mm.
I mean,
Jenny's ice cream's good.
yeah. If you're not going to Jenny's, the question is why.
I get it every other year.
Yeah?
So sometimes the lines are a little long, and so I'm like, I'll skip it this year. So
To see, there's 2 Jenny's locations. A lot of people will go to the one in North Market, not thinking about.
no, I go to the one
You
up
went
the
down
road.
the High Street, yeah.
Yeah.
High
Gotcha.
Street, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember one of the years we went to Melt, which was a lot of fun. Food was like crazy, ridiculous. Cheese on cheese.
Oh yeah, cheese on cheese
so
on cheese.
that was fun. I don't know it's my favorite. I would say Eagle. Really enjoyed. Isaac showed us the Eagle last year. We'll be going again this year. Really enjoyed that. And then one of my favorites is one that doesn't get mentioned very often. The Happy Greek. They have fantastic food. It is right up the street from Jenny's, right on that same block. The Happy Greek has a back patio area. If you ask to sit outside, they have these umbrellas and really nice just seating in the back. Sit out on this concrete, this stone like back patio, and sit there and eat some Greek food. Their hummus is amazing, like such good food. Like it's definitely a hidden gem. So if something's crowded, go to the Happy Greek. It is solid.
I was gonna say, you all just need to come to my house. My wife's from Mediterranean descent, so it's like
Nice,
like hummus, baklava, laham mishwa, all that stuff. We're making it. So
yeah.
Me though, I'm like the guy. When we got married, it was like stuffed grape leaves and French fries. So I had to have my fries. She had to have her stuffed grape leaves. So yeah.
There we go.
Hey yo,
What's
Mr.
up,
Funkhouse.
Derek?
Hard at work. Okay, so Eagle, and Gene and I found it with our boys like 5 years ago because the Melt was too busy and we just kept walking till we found a place we could get into, and we were just blown away. Secret, they just opened one in Indy.
I went there last year.
Yeah, so that one's like a year old, I think. Indy's the food choices were meh in Indy compared to Origins, compared to Philly, but I think they're starting to ramp up a few. But yeah, Hank actually has a good one. The seafood place, I got the lobster fries there last year. That was really good. So Eagle always is my don't post with Derek.
don't feed
that troll.
Oh my goodness.
No, feed him. Go ahead. I don't care. So the Eagle, like I said, obviously is my favorite, but my son and I's favorite place to grab lunch at North Market, because everything in North Market is fun. You should definitely go in, pick a stand, try it. But Hubert's Polish Kitchen is the one that's right up front that has the pierogies are like the size of your face.
Oh my gosh,
soaked in butter. Horrible for you. But those are super, super good. That Polish market is always a big stop for us. So
Polish market. Really, I hate that the donut stand went away.
Yeah, that's so upsetting.
That was so upsetting last year. Aaron was like, "What happened?"
My teammate Randy, right from Game of Sidekicks, his favorite place to go check out. We keep saying we're gonna go. We've never gone with him. I need to make a trip. Is Dirty Frank's hot dog stand, and it's like hot dogs, fries, like loaded dogs, a bunch of different kinds. So that one I've heard is pretty good also. Nice. But usually we finish our week at Condados, usually Saturday night, and go out there, and that's also great. Great dips, great tacos. So
very cool. Yeah, that's right. I went with you guys. Aaron and I went with you guys last year.
Yep.
It was really good. So
probably in the plans this year. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely. So name a game that you played at a convention that surprised you on how great it was. You sat down, you were like, I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm going to see how this works out. And you left with a copy of it because you had to own it.
Ooh, left with a copy of it at the time.
See, or you were just like, I got to get
this. Like, golly, man, I got to have this.
I mean, I think one of the games that I knew I had to have after playing it was last year I played Scout. I love Scout.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other one, of course, and you two both agree, and even that Funkhauser guy, whoever he is, he probably likes it too. Some game called Green Team Wins. Never heard of it.
Green Team Wins.
Oh
What
my
is that?
gosh!
What is that garbage?
Yeah.
Don't you dare! I can't say that. I'm wearing my 25th Century Game shirt right now. No.
So I couldn't find my copy of Green. I've got multiple copies of Green Team Wins because I found a copy
two
in
copies
South
in
Carolina. I found a copy in South Carolina in the shrink at a Second and Charles while they were sold out. Like,
Wow.
It was in between prints, and the new version that is 6 players hadn't come out yet, and so I have a sealed copy of the 12-player version.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find either copy, and we left the house the other day for a dinner night somewhere where we had a bunch of players, and I was like, "What am I doing with my life?" So
Stop at Target.
Stop at Target now.
Yeah. It's such a great game. I remember, like, when we were like convention season, I remember watching Isaac come up and buying a whole freaking case that Thursday morning.
Case and a half last year.
Yeah. Thursday morning, you're like, I'll buy a case. I'm like, okay. So I'm like ringing it up and
Never bought a case of games before in my life.
Oh my gosh!
We bought 3 copies last year because we had played it with people, and people were like, "We expect you to come home with copies for us."
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, it's just that fun of a game, and like, I mean, the fanny packs. Come on, the fanny.
I wore
packs.
that fanny pack to the pool a couple weeks ago.
You know the story behind the fanny pack, right?
Tell us about this one.
Tell this one.
So we Bob, Chad, and I were chatting about the color, the logos, right? Some of the color schemes he's floating. Like, hey, what do you guys think of this? You know, getting some opinions. And I said, if you're going full 90s, fanny pack, dude.
Fanny pack.
Hardcore fanny pack. And he said, you're crazy. That's insane. 24 hours later, he's like, okay, here's my layout of the fanny pack.
And it's great because you can fit the whole game.
Yep.
You can fit the whole game in the fanny pack. And yes, fanny packs look strange on people, but still, I remember wearing that fanny pack with such pride at all the conventions last year.
I'll have mine this year.
Yeah.
Gotta get it, pack it.
Yep. Packed in my bag.
Bob said Resurgence, 100%. We played that with Stan. It was amazing.
And then Luke said Cat in Box.
So that's a great game.
Yeah. And then Bob's hyping us up for Bullseye. So which is a prototype that Chad has. I would say a game, just because you and I played it, Isaac, I was very surprised at liking Sorcerer's Arena as much as I did. I had no room in my life for another head-to-head
two-player
combat
skirmish
game. Yeah, I was like, I got all that I need. I got Dice Throne, I got Unmatched, and that's all I need. And sure enough, as soon as I sat down and we started playing at the op booth last year, I was like, wow, this is so much better than I expected it to be. And we love it. So Aaron and I love playing that game. So
you're bad at it, but
it's such a fun game.
That's true.
Yeah, Fletch put his heart into that game. I remember
he still is.
Yeah. I mean, I play tested it. I cannot wait. I know that they finally announced one of the characters that finally is going to be able to be playable, Robin Hood, which is super exciting. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, I loved Robin Hood in when they were doing the original trials of it, because it was like, sweet Archer firing from far away, perfect.
That's cool.
So I was thinking through like what game like hit like Sorcerer's Arena, and I think it was the year that no one knew who, obviously not anymore, but Wise Wizard was at Origins, and I saw all those their booth was literally just 10 tables,
tons of tables,
and just a copy, and it was like wildfire that Origins, that everybody was buying a deck. You got people playing everywhere, in the halls, in line. Like, I have never seen a game that went from 0 to through the roof at a convention like I've seen when Star Realms hit. And man, it was like, you got let's play right now, let's play it. And still, right, classic game, beautiful game. Again, game I don't play as much, but I understand when people pick it up, and we work the Wise Wizard booth and help them out. Like, people get like, they're like,
I have to drop. Great. My camera's going to drop in 1 second. I need to change the battery. Man,
what?
All right, well, give me 1 second. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Fine, we'll move on without you.
Oh, gosh. All right, so let's talk about the news. All right, folks.
That's right. I'll move to the next question.
Sounds good.
He's good. Okay, so we see great displays. We see
Mhm.
some amazing booths at these conventions.
Ooh,
You mentioned
yes.
you're working at 25th.
Mhm.
I'll be helping out. Actually, I'll be helping at 25th this year also. a
Are
little
you
bit,
really?
so
That's going to be
yeah,
amazing. That's going to
yeah.
be a lot of fun.
Bob and I are going to be in there for a few hours.
Oh my gosh, I have to work with Bob though.
Yes, both.
What?
Not us at the same time, so it'll be okay.
Okay, because yeah, I'm working. Because I'm going to work the con like full time. Whenever I do
Okay.
like work for a publisher, I like to work full time because I mean they're paying. So I'm like,
Totally
yeah,
get it.
I'll work all the hours, and then I can put that towards like getting a drum set for the kids or something like that, or
It's
you know,
awesome.
just it makes sense. Or you
Um,
know, getting the latest like Jedi Survivor game. Who knows? So
just as good.
that's it looks so good.
So think about the booths. What companies put together the best displays? Which ones are you
Okay.
constantly like, oh yeah, this is a great display?
You know, I've always enjoyed the look of Brother Wise's booth because they have that like a giant kind of castle type feel.
Oh yeah.
But the one that always impresses me, and I think it's because the person that's behind it now is Arcane Wonders.
Yep.
When Gen Con, I think Gen Con 2021, they brought that whole giant ridiculous train set, and it would just keep going around, and then you'd see like all the different games. And Furnace sold out, I think, so quickly. And then last
That was
year,
at Origins last year.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
they took it to all of
they
them.
did that, and yeah, they took that there too. And of course, they've got like they've got the game toppers, which I'm a big fan of Berkey, and we have a game topper too. So like the fact that they're using and they're promoting, you know, game toppers at the same time, like they've got the nice tables, and then Foundations of Rome, for crying out loud, when they're promoting that, you're just seeing it out on that table, and you're just like, oh my gosh. But I think last year was hilarious because which game was it? I know I have it nearby me. I don't remember. Picture Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Where they had all the stand-up posters
standees,
and one stand-up poster of Stephen Bonacore.
Yep. Steven's
It's
just hiding in there.
Yeah, it's just so strange, but it was hilarious.
So quick question. Survey amongst the two of you. My wife said, you know what, instead of a Father's Day gift this year, why don't you pick a game that you really want? Because usually it falls on Father's Day and our anniversary. Origins does. So she was like, why don't you pick a game that you really want at Origins? And I got that for you. I was like, okay, great. So what are the odds that Foundations of Rome, there will be a copy of it that I would be able to convince my wife that fits into that mold?
There's a chance that the game's going to be there. Is there a chance that you're going to get away with that? Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a good.
It's such a fun game. Like
it's
I remember,
so good.
I remember seeing it. 2019 is when they started showing it off at PAX U, and then like just being able to just try it.
Every time I've still never played it.
It's like that. It's like just a wonderful combination. Like seriously, they could make a smaller version of it, and it would just be just as fun. But there's something about it being like the large buildings, and you're putting them in like polyomino shapes because that's what they are. It's just you're playing with polyomino shapes, and you're scoring points out of it.
We'll see if I'm able to convince my wife, if it's there, that fits the mold of Father's Day present.
Can you have her talk to my wife about the idea of picking up a game? Because
I refused to back it, and then I played it at Derek's house last summer, and I was like, gosh dang it. And I went out and bought it immediately. I got it at Gen Con last year for pickup.
I need to figure out a way to get a hold of it then. So let's see. What is it?
Stan. Which Stan, Brian?
Stan.
What Stan?
Yeah, so Bob says, I'm not a PvP skirmish guy, but I definitely need to check out Call of Duty.
He's a question ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So let's see. Okay, Stan. Chip Theory booth. I feel like every year Chip Theory has a massive, like really well decorated booth that you just feel like you're immersed in that space, which is really cool. It's something that you kind of see it from far away and you're like, I need to go over there. And then Capstone Games, that is a booth that every time I go into the Capstone booth at Origins, I go in and I'm like, oh, well, I'll be here for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And so there's stuff to play. There's things to look at. There's deals to be had. And so I end up getting lost in there playing stuff. So, yeah.
I hate to break your heart. I just messaged Robert. He will not have any copies there.
Okay. I didn't think it would be
I just
possible.
I thought I'd check for you.
Yeah,
and
might as well.
get
So,
the big
Yeah.
like yes or
yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Robert's amazing.
So.
I swear that, and I will swear to this. I think when Robert came into Arcane Wonders, like he started working hard at getting certain titles in there, and I mean, Arcane Wonders is just doing phenomenal.
They're doing really great.
The quality of the games in the past two or 3 years have been well worth the purchase.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And to the point that you trust the process, right? You trust the company, and you go, okay, maybe Picture Perfect isn't what I'd normally pick up, but you guys are hitting home runs, so I'm gonna try this game.
I mean, the fact that you're like playing with your phone at the end, like, okay, is this perfectly angled right? It's like
that's what we're all doing anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
For me, so you guys mentioned a lot of the booths. Arcane Wonders is my number one. You know, I could think of as far as like display. Chip Theory just has a very visual, invite you in type of thing. As far as Origins booths go, Game Right really pops out with the like, hey, check out these cool family titles that you're gonna really enjoy. And so those are usually the ones that I love the most. I know we're big shills for 25th, but Chad put some real work into those. Like
he really does.
Those displays, like they look sharp.
Yeah.
And it's not like grandiose display, but it's enough that you're like, oh yeah, I know all those games. Like I want to play those. So.
Well, I think what makes 25th Century so crazy is that when you go down the line, if you look at anything in the 25th Century booth, like you can pick anything out of that booth and be like, whew, that was a good game.
It really is.
I mean, like it's constant, like, I don't know. It's so. And the banners that Chad puts together are awesome. So
and it's so true, because then you've got games like he worked with Michael from Pentry Games, and they brought On the Rocks for distribution, and then David Abelson's was it Garden Bow, beautiful game, Blazing. That game was so much fun showing that off, and we had some copies at Gen Con, and we sold those like so quickly.
His distribution work with Motor City GameWorks.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you got Three Sisters. Oh, Three Sisters. You taught me Three Sisters, and somehow I won that game. I was so
you did.
Yeah, I was amazed.
You beat me, Grant. Who else was at the table?
Was Aaron playing too? I think
Aaron was playing.
Yeah.
I think
it was the four of us.
It was a good match.
Yeah. It was so much fun. But yeah, it's always been fun being able to see the games that Chad's coming out with. Like I remember first falling in love with Kingswood.
Kingswood
that's Henry Audubon, who also did Parks. And I mean, it's like, okay, this is just enjoyable. It's fun. It's cute. It's family friendly. So, and it plays 5 players, which a lot of the games that he's come out with play and cater to that 5-player count, which is great.
Which is great for families of 5.
Oh yeah.
So what specific games, we kind of talked about a few, but is there anything specifically you're looking to get your hands on this week at Origins or to check out?
Okay. I mean, I'll get whatever games I get at 25th Century. I mean, but I think Chad's already sent those to me, which is awesome, because it's like, hey, I'm going to be teaching games and doing elevator pitches, which is a lot of fun. But I think the game that I might be the most interested in is just seeing some of what Restoration has, because I've really enjoyed the Unmatched. I know One Board Family, it's like Friday night fights were just fun to watch, and it's really cool when you can see something like Star Wars Epic Duels continue on into a different IPs, and it's just so well done. Rob Davio just did phenomenal work on it, and I love Justin and Suzanne, and just the fact that they come out with great quality games. And now the Marvel line. I mean, I've got Deadpool. I am wanting Spider-Man. And my all-time favorite superhero, Squirrel Girl, is in that Teen Spirit set. Which, so I think if I get anything, if I am going to spend any money,
Aaron has beaten me with Squirrel Girl. So
good.
Yeah, I think the game that I would probably end up buying, if I do buy anything, it just depends on budget, would be one of the Unmatched games.
Yeah. Thunder Road, man. Speaking of Restoration, Thunder Road. I backed it on Kickstarter. We have played it 15 times. I've only had it a month. We played it 15 times in a month. because every time we play that game, it's like, man, that was so much fun. And then 2 days later, back on the table, my son brings a friend over. Hey, can we play Thunder Road? Can we play Thunder Road? I'm like, we are rewatching Mad Max movies because of Thunder Road. And
That's
so
awesome.
it's just such a good game. And I regret not having the Chrome edition. And it's to the point where Aaron and I talked about it last night while we were driving home from lunch. I was like, okay, if Chrome edition is at Origins, I'm buying Chrome edition. I'm going to sell mine secondhand.
Okay.
So I'll give a discount, but it's so good, man. It's so good. So yeah,
you bringing it?
There's one other.
I'll bring it because have you played it?
No, I'd love to try
bring
it.
I want to play that. There's two other games I just thought about.
Yeah.
I really want to get my hands on a copy of this Point Salad Eevee edition. My kids are giant diehard Pokemon fans.
I got that one.
Dude, I'm jealous. And you've also got that weird one where it's like the wheel.
The hamster roll.
Please bring that. I want to play that so bad.
You know he's going to bring it.
I know.
Bring it. Chad went and ordered a copy from Germany so you could have a copy.
Gosh.
Nice.
That's nice.
So
Yes,
I've got a couple. I got a couple on my list. Tribes of Wind, Hachette, over at their booth. I want to check it out. I want to know more about it. I love the artwork. I love the style. I want to learn more about it. Furnace Interbellum, the Furnace expansion. I need to buy that.
Sure.
I need to own it. I love Furnace. Furnace still hits the table. It was one of our top games the year it came out. And I want to check out Charcuterie, Mother Frankenstein, which is another Arcane Wonders game, and Beast. Beast is one that just in the past 2 or 3 days I've been reading more about, and I really want to play and own Beast. And so,
okay, who's doing that one?
That is, oh man, I've got a spreadsheet of all my stuff for Origins.
I know you left me attached to it for some reason.
You all are prepared.
I did the spreadsheet last year because me, you, and Aaron were working together. And then I saw that you, so I saw that you started putting messages in there. So I'm going to kick you out of there. Beast is Aaron Midhall Games, I believe, Studio Midhall. So
we record anything there? We haven't even talked about that.
Actually, if we can stay on after the show, let's talk for a few minutes.
Okay. So what I'm looking forward to, one specific that I'm going to be, just found out I'm going to be teaching when we are working the 25th Century booth is Splitto. I need a copy of Splitto. So looking forward to playing it, looking forward to teaching it. Love it. Been playing it since Gen Con last year. Yeah. And Arcane Wonders, Furnace, like you said, for sure. But I also really want to grab Gap, which is their little
I saw that game on your list. What is that?
Yeah, it's a trick taker. And it's a small box trick taker. They're gonna have 50 copies of it. Okay. So that'll be my first stop is to grab that and to grab Dubious is the other one that's from them. It's the beer at Arcadia across the street, Barley's. It's the signature beer is in this Dubious. It's a mystery game. It looks like it's a party hidden role. Okay. I mean, I love a good party game if I can get a lot of people around the table having a good laugh. So those are two.
Oh, okay. I saw that front cover for that. Yeah.
But again, same thing. I think in his email he said he's gonna have like 50 copies of it total. Okay. So
I don't know
who's gonna have who's gonna have 50?
Those are both Arcane.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I love a good trick taking. Trick taking is it's so easy and approachable to teach to people.
Well, make sure you get with Derek and I. We have a trick taker we want to teach you.
Okay, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm gonna probably, like I was saying earlier, I'll probably have like a meetup spot where everybody can kind of hang out, like what we did last year.
We always like that upstairs area. It's a good quiet spot.
Nice.
So good.
Chris, tell us about Charity Board Gamer. Tell us about what you do. Tell us about why you're doing what you do. Give our viewers a little information on what's going on with you.
Okay. Charity Board Gamer is kind of a thing that our family kind of started up. The idea was kind of coming from the idea that we can raise money for good causes. I mean, we all met just through friendship and through just kind of like through games. And we're
Yep.
able to talk about like some serious issues at the same time. We're able
Mhm.
to sit down at a table, enjoy a meal together. So why not do the same for good causes? So that's really what it came through. My mom, when she was alive, she was very much a diehard, loving on people type person.
Mhm.
And the way I could describe her is selfless, unconditional selflessness.
Mhm.
You don't see that in many people. Like if she would encounter you, she would make you feel loved, respected, and cared for. Didn't matter whether you were gay, straight, didn't matter if you had some sort of handicap or some disability. She would actually go out to one of these places where some people who were Down syndrome, kind of like a nursing home where families were not able to take care of them. She would actually go out to there. She would actually spend time with a quadriplegic lady, just helping her, just kind of work with this, with all like these boards of words, helping her as she's like nodding her head slightly or moving her eyes a little bit, just to even to have conversation. That's who my mom was. So the idea is, why not do that for other causes? So we're talking Extra Life. We're talking about the House of Afros, Capes, and Curls. We're talking about Black Girls Code, Trevor Project. There's Cactus Cancer Society. So we try to do some things. We've done some live streams where we raised money for the different causes.
Right.
And we've also had like meetups where, like last year's Gen Con meetup, we're going to do it again, where we're going to have the Spiel Foundation come on out. And we're going to have another Spielathon, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be a bigger version of the Spielathon. And that if people want to participate, the idea is, okay, just make a small donation to the charity. So that's really what it's going to come down to, is just having fun. So really, we play games. We have a great time playing games, and games have been wonderful. And we do reviews and stuff like that. But the nitty gritty of it is making an impact on the community. And it's so much fun when you hear about other people, whether it be publishers, getting involved, or whether it be like other live streamers or people on Twitch just saying, hey, let's go ahead and raise some money for 12 hours, and then seeing ridiculous amount of money for good causes.
Awesome.
The mentality is, if we can gather at the table, we can do the same for a good cause.
That's right.
Love it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Thanks. I see
Yeah,
somebody amazing in there. Jade Rogers. Love Jade Rogers. Jade Rogers is the founder of the House of Afros, Capes, and Curls.
That's awesome.
She is just fabulous. And I cannot wait. We're going to get into some D&D real soon, where I'm going to try to be a Tabaxi rogue, I think is what I'm going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Welcome, Jade. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the event last year was a blast at Gen Con. So many people. It's just good to hang out and catch up, and it's just I was looking the last couple weeks. I'm like, is there not a charity board game meetup? What is going on?
So Origins. So the thing with Origins was, before the past couple events, like one time I worked with John Stacy. I think we scheduled a place, and then the other time I think it was Rachel Blasky. This year just kind of didn't work out. I think maybe some miscommunication or whatever. I'm not too concerned about it though, because last year I found a spot where anybody could just come out. I said, hey, if anybody just wants to come out and play and be okay and be in a safe space. So like content creators and just, things like that, we're just kind of like spending time with each other and enjoying the time. And sometimes you just need to just de-stress and just relax.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, even in content, there's people that are doing content. You all are doing crazy amounts of content. And I realize that there's a period of time where you just, after doing so much content at a convention or doing so much work at a convention, you're just like, I just want to sit down. Maybe I'll play a game. Maybe I just want to talk to people.
That's right.
So that's kind of the idea. So,
I think one of the things that we've done the past couple of years on One Board Family is we've been doing these quick look things since 2018, I think, where we go to the booth and we take a quick look, minute and a half or less. We ask basically elevator pitches, 90 seconds or less, about why somebody would be interested in their game. And so we've seen some amazing games over the years, but one of the things that we try so hard to do is to put that content out the day that we film it and getting it out quickly. And so there are these conventions. Definitely, there are moments that feel like work because you're trying to give publicity to the games that you're really loving, trying to make those relationships with the different booths, and then at the end of the day, you're like, I just want to have fun. I want to laugh.
Yes.
And man, that's where Chris, you come in. That's where Isaac, you getting people together and organizing that time. Man, that's priceless. Those are the times that we value so much.
And this is going to drive some board game people crazy, but I am looking more forward to seeing the people than I am the board
100%.
games. And I know some people are going to be like, what about this game? And I'm like, sure about that game. But if you see, there's a bunch of games and I'm good.
Yeah.
I've learned to be, there's a thing called contentment.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to find that contentment. And I know that's a horrible thing for me to say because I'm going to be selling the crap out of games this week. But
be content unless you don't have a copy of Splinter.
Be content, but you need Gardenbow.
You need Splinter, you need Gardenbow, you need I will sell the crap out of Kingswood. Seriously, but there just comes a point where like I can look at a convention and see, okay, hey, I am all for promoting the publishers that I've really had good relationships with. But that's actually why I'm instead working for a publisher at a convention, because that relationship is so much more important to me. Like I will go ahead. Don't get me wrong. I love board games, but like give example, Tantrum Con. We did Tantrum Con, and what was the thing that we were doing most of the time? Yeah, we did a little bit of content. We did some content, but most of the time it was just sitting down with our friends and hanging out. Oh my gosh, it was so great.
So good. It was so good. Tantrum Con was fantastic.
So that's why Game of Sidekicks is our mantra from day one has been the games we like with the people we love.
We're just going to take that and we're just going to pin it to all of our logos, if that's okay. So we're just going to tagline. We take your tagline. So.
I love it. That's good.
So our last little piece here of the show, as we affectionately named the Game Chat Presents Pick 5. It's not the top 5. It's not the best 5. It's just Pick 5. So pick 5 games that you're bringing this year with you to Origins 2023.
That's right.
Ooh. All right. Are we doing like
go one at
back
a time?
And forth? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So whether or not I bring all 5 of these, it just depends on whether or not I have the room. But the one that I will start with, Scout. It's small, it's fun, plays 5 players. Yeah, and it fits in the fanny pack. It's a good one. It's just such a good game. Who doesn't like a good trick taking game? I know there's might be somebody that says that they don't, but come play Scout, you might change your mind.
Yeah,
so
it's fair.
I'll stick with the trick taking route. Inside Job from Cosmos. Nice. Have you guys played Inside Job?
I have not. Are you bringing? You better bring that then.
Yeah, I'm bringing it, and I really like this.
Is this a new one? Because
it's a new one. Right, so if you like the crew, the cooperativeness of the crew, the crew was interesting. I enjoyed the crew. I was positive about the crew. My family was like, "It's good." Inside Job is there's a traitor at the table, but you're still trying to work together.
Okay, you've sold me already. Sold me already. I know. I talked to Court about like I've talked to Court from Cosmos about some of the games and looking at the catalog. So that's you've already sold me on
Inside
that one.
Job,
quickly.
I really play it at 4 or 5 players. And it is a great game. So I'll have it with me and I will set up some time.
Not a trick taker, but still probably one of our most played games. I would venture say in my wife's top 5. This box is beat. I need a new copy. This is Enchanted Plumes.
Oh, nice.
From Calliope. This game is so good. It plays 2 to 6. It plays smooth at the bigger game group, just as much as it does at 2. If you've never played this, you need to get a copy of it. It's so good. And my understanding is it's Mick has told me a few times it's Starlow's favorite game. So
nice.
Super smooth.
Yeah, that's a fun.
You'll have to show that one.
Have you not played this?
I haven't played it yet. So just show it to me. I'll play it this week.
Pile.
Yeah.
It's in the go pile.
It's a fun one. It's definitely fun. What's crazy about that one is that it was on a Kickstarter with 2 other games.
Yep.
And so it's kind of like a 3-pack. And so it was what I always find funny. It's like, here's a deal where you can get like a lot of good games for a decent price. But when you see 3 games, most people don't just automatically go for those 3 games. They're like, oh, I just want one. Why? Why? It's like,
Get them all.
all right, let's see here. I know that everybody else is probably going to have this on their list,
I'm ready.
but we got to get ready for this one. Green team wins.
all day.
I mean, if you're not on the green team, you're a loser. Let's
Yeah.
just be real. So, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, this game is just a blast to have fun with. If you're looking for a high player count game, I know they've got the 6-player count version out, but the
Buy
3,
two.
if you can get that 12, buy 2 copies. Just
Yeah.
buy 2 copies.
Just buy 2 copies.
Heck, we buy 2 copies. If you can find the 12 count ones ever,
Yep.
just buy 2 copies of that too.
Yeah.
Or buy a case like Isaac.
Buy a case.
Just
Buy a case.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
buy cases again?
I think I sold all of that out by early Friday morning at the latest.
Yeah.
Or no, did I sell it out Thursday?
I think it was Thursday. 'cause
I think I
was
sold it
looking
out.
for
Yeah, I sold it
Friday.
out that day. I remember like we just sold so many games, and I remember Gen Con being like, we only had like one box I think left, and that was mainly like I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
Some like maybe an old game, but yeah.
So another game that I'm bringing is going to be Diced Veggies, a
Very
new
nice.
one from Kids Table Board Game. It's a great dice drafting game. Uses recipes. The artwork's excellent. Really had a lot of fun playing with my kids, and so I'm going to bring a copy with me. This is actually going to be being demoed at the KTGB board game, their booth. So be
Very
sure
nice.
to stop by and check it out. But if you want to play it away from the booth, come see me. And
Yeah.
we'll hang out and play some Diced Veggies.
Yeah, Helena and Josh are just fabulous people.
Fantastic.
And I mean, there's that. I don't know. There's a game that Josh has been working on, which it's not a kids table board game, but it's. I can't wait if he comes out with it. But yeah, I love the people there.
Fuji Flush.
Bob's bringing Fuji Flush. No thanks. Nana, Splitto, and Coloretto.
All right, Splitto.
All
Nice.
dubs.
No,
All
that's
W
really good.
choices.
Nana's really good.
My number 2 is a new one from Lucky Duck, Namalia.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
A lot of fun, easy tile laying game. Select a card, score the points. It's got a kind of cool overlap thing going. Really enjoy it. Very portable, fun one.
Nice. All right, this one's a little bit larger,
Oh,
and I know I'm crazy for grabbing this one, but if I'm gonna play a game and I'm gonna play it multiple times,
Mhm.
why not murder your friends playing it with a little blood on the clock tower?
Never played it, but I would definitely be down.
Oh my gosh, I'm seriously tempted to bring it then, but
Okay.
I've
yeah.
never tried it. I saw him playing it
I'll-
super
I'll
late at
play it.
Tantrum Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we played it late on Tantrum Con, but like if you have a good storyteller, it makes for such a fun time.
Okay.
Carly was doing the storytelling at Tantrum Con.
Tantrum
and
Con, yep.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
it's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love this game. It is. If people don't like the elimination part of Werewolf, having to watch everybody else play it for the next 30
Yeah, 'cause
minutes
you
while you
played a ghost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're just basically, oh, you're dead. Okay.
Okay.
But like Blood on the Clock Tower has different ways where you still get to participate in the game. You
Nice.
still close your eyes during the night phase. And if you die at all, you might have a role that actually gives you the ability to tell somebody a little bit about whoever the person was that killed you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm also bringing a copy of Splitto. Splitto has been a huge hit for our family. It gets played at least once to twice a week. And so since Splitto has been named a couple times, I'm going to be bringing Thunder Road, which is right over there.
Yeah,
Nice.
Thunder Road. One of my favorite quick card games from the good people over at WizKids is Marvel Remix. Super
Excellent.
smooth, quick, literally a 5-minute game. Like you
Yep.
teach somebody this and they're like, it's over. I'm like, it's over. But
Let's
it's
play again.
it's super good. Very, very much a quick before the meal game and easy to get played multiple times.
Absolutely.
Which one did you say? Because I
Remix.
Oh,
Marvel
okay.
Remix.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, WizKid Games, like it's fun to work with them. That X-Men game that they had come out recently, Age of Heroes, a lot of fun.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, it's very good.
I still need to play Rebuilding Seattle. Can you bring that?
So stupid
Isaac,
good, dude. I'll
Please
bring it.
bring it.
Ooh.
I've not played it yet.
Most underrated game out this year, hands down.
Yeah, I want to play it so bad. So.
All right,
And if
sounds
you
like
feel
we're-
like giving it away to me.
Oh,
You know.
too bad WizKids won't be there, so you can't make that your Father's
Oh
Day
my
gift either.
gosh.
I know that's the problem. So
Craziness. Well,
All
my
right.
next one right here.
Team 3.
Team
Team
3.
3 never played it.
Team 3 is that game where it's just completely craziness. So you're trying to play with these polyomino shapes and put them in some sort of pattern or order. But here's the thing. The person looking at it cannot speak. Instead, they have to use like hand gestures and things of that nature. And they have to communicate that to somebody else. And that person has to speak it to somebody else who has their eyes closed and cannot see. It's kind of like that monkey, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, that kind of approach to it. And it's just ridiculous. And you're having to do it within a certain time limit, which just gets wild. And then you can combine their pink box and their green box. And they've got additional cards where you can try to do it with both sets. And yeah, it's hilarious. This one's done by Brain Games, and yeah, Matt Fantastic and Alex Cutler did this one.
Okay,
so yeah, good stuff.
Jerusalem is a game that I've had a couple people say that they really want to play from Devere, and so people are requesting that I bring it and teach it, and so I'm going to do that. So it is
good.
Excellent game.
I'll stay up late to learn that one.
Yeah, I'll teach you, man. We'll sit down and play. When I finally got Aaron to sit down at the table and play this, played with my sister-in-law and Aaron one night a couple weeks ago. Aaron was like, "That's good. That's real good."
Yeah,
and
super smooth, super smooth.
Nice. So Carmen
San Diego. Yeah, I was thinking
Carmen San Diego. Man, I'm excited about anything she's putting out and the work that she's doing.
It's her first game. She's a professor of theology. Right?
Yeah, that's interesting. And what I hear is that the game is, for if somebody's not, faith-based or anything, that the game still plays well for them as well.
Really good.
Yeah, it has a little bit of historical aspects of everything, and
absolutely.
I mean, who wouldn't want to sit next to Christ at the Last Supper? Seriously. So
I've compared it to Lacrimosa in that it piqued my interest in learning more about that story in the Last Requiem, and I think Jerusalem could do the similar thing and pique somebody's interest to go, well, why is Judas negative 5 points?
Let
me read into that. So.
It's a real solid game. I'll teach you, Chris. It'll
number 4 for me. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite roll and writes that most people haven't played, and that's Tag City. Tag City is a amazing roll and write. It is made by Runes, which is a French company, but Eagle Griffin picked this up a couple of years ago and put out a small print run on that as well. But great roll and write. It's polyomino based roll and write. It's a ton of fun. It's all about spray painting and tagging. So
that's awesome.
It's a great game.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
My last pick, and I'm going to pull this out. I've played cello for over 30 years now, and of course, it has to be Lacrimosa.
Yeah.
So,
beautiful game.
Scout is my lighter game. Team 3 is my dexterity. Blood on the Clock Tower is my deduction. Green Team Wins is your party, and then Lacrimosa is that nice chunky game where you just want to sit down and enjoy. And I mean, who doesn't like a little Mozart? I mean, I would love it if they came out with a game about Beethoven, but I don't know what they would particularly approach. But Lacrimosa is a very interesting piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
My number 1 of last year.
Yeah.
So good.
Bob's told me he loves it. So
stupid good.
All right, bringing heat, pedals and metal. I'm bringing heat. Aaron and I love this one. We really our racing game shelf continues to grow over and over. Really, really good. Love it. Even though I can only play 5 players because somehow I'm missing a red board. And Asmodee said it's the friendly local game store's fault. Good job.
Wow.
Thank you, Asmodee.
Sure. Rick didn't take it.
So yeah, Rick came over to my house, unwrapped it, and then took it and then sealed it back.
Rick, you sly devil.
Sly Devil. So
Wow.
Oh, he was in the wrong stream. Of course he was. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
Thanks for your attendance as always. So my last pick is my game I am obsessed with right now. I've been playing this at every get together, every group setting. I want to play this with 40 people. The box only plays up to 8, but we played it with 20 Saturday and it still worked amazing. Speaking of WizKids, this is Blob Party.
Okay.
This game is so stupid good. It's a cooperative party game where we're trying to all get into the same blob within 7 questions, and we're all trying to make the right answers. You make the right answer with somebody, you're in a blob and you're answering together, and you just are trying to slowly get everybody on the same page.
There we go.
And the best is when we had literally 19 people on the same page and one person we couldn't get to guess with us, and when you finally get that, the excitement of this is it's cool. stupid good. My favorite party game so far this year, it's Blob Party.
That's awesome.
That sounds interesting. That sounds
so
very
fun.
interesting.
Yeah. That's going to be a nighttime game for us.
Go away, Rick.
I will excitedly play that. Awesome. We always finish up every show with what you been playing.
What you been playing?
My copy. Hey, child within earshot. Oh,
bring me my
got an
gummies.
answer. Hey,
bring forth the games.
Bring forth this game.
Bring me some gummies.
I have my gummies.
No,
right
perfect.
Here, right off. Hey, bring me this game real quick. Sorry. I should have
what have you been playing, Chris? What's been on?
What have I been playing? All right, let me just break out my game bag because.
Oh, there
why not? Yeah. Here we go. Let's see here. Opening up the game bag.
Oh, Bob.
All right, here we go.
Don't ever change.
I got Splitto.
Yep.
Love Letter.
Perfect.
I played Love Letter for the first time in like years the other day. It's really fun. I forgot how much I liked it.
It's a great game.
Yeah,
I mean, 6-player count already good. And then Welcome to the Dungeon and Welcome Back to the Dungeon.
Okay.
Good. Those are
Scouts.
Yep.
This game is just so good.
Yep. We were talking about that guy
Buried
earlier.
Treasure. Yep. And then
It's quite the bag of holding.
I know, really.
Cat in the Box.
Oh, cat in the bag.
The cat in the bag. Why did you put cat in the bag?
That one. I said game, not tape.
Oh, Ryan, what tape have you been playing lately?
So I got this roll of Scotch tape.
Oh, I like that. Who's helping you, Josiah?
Transparent. Josiah's helping me. Not
come on,
one,
Josiah.
The one behind it. So,
Josiah, come on, get on the ball.
He thought I said tape.
This is a live show, Josiah.
This is a live show where the
bring the tape. We need tape.
This is so good. So
thanks, Josiah.
Raw, the deluxe edition, has hit the table a couple
one.
times. What in the world? Okay, so this is ridiculous. This box, everything inside this box is so well done. The little metal pieces and all the wooden pieces and all the things. I opened it and I was like, because here's the thing. I previewed this game. I loved it, had a great time with it. Family liked it. I opened this and I'm like, oh man, this is really, really good. This is like, it's incredible production. So it makes me feel like I'm actually rich just on this. Yeah.
I remember everybody coming up to the booth last year just asking about Raw, and I'm like, chat, like, because it's like there was so many components and everything.
There's much hype with it.
Yeah.
So
we're teaching that at the con. Bob and I are.
Yeah.
Apparently, the rule book. First of all, the rule book is
meticulously,
really nicely printed.
Who wrote it?
Let's see who wrote this rule book. So, rule book editing, Rick White.
RIC or RICK?
RIC.
Okay, yeah, so it's not him. Got it. What have I been playing? All the things we said. This monstrosity has been sucking up most of my time. That's Inventions, the new Lacerda Ian O'Toole evolution of ideas from Eagle Griffin Games, currently on Kickstarter. Go back it now. I'll be bringing this to Origins. I'll be setting up a table probably somewhere during the booth just to show this bad boy off. It is super solid.
Very cool.
It's smooth, it's crunchy, it's hard, it's mind bending, it's everything you want in a Lacerda game, and I really love the theme. And as always, the Ian O'Toole art is just lights out.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
dude is
So good.
Yeah,
something
tools,
else.
yeah.
You see Ian O'Toole's name on everything now, and you're like, how? I feel like I'm doing nothing with my life. You know, like how is this guy doing so much? So anyway,
It's so
All right.
good.
good times.
Wrap us up. Take us home.
Anyway, this is the end of the show. Charity Board Gamer. Chris, where do we find you online?
Check us out on Facebook, the Charity Board Gamer, and then when we are doing our live streams, it's usually on twitch.tv/Charity Board Gamer. And then the other thing that we've got is you can see some of our older videos on YouTube, as well as some of our reviews are on Board Game Geek, some of our written ones, before I realized I don't want to type all this stuff anymore. So that's kind of, yeah. So that's how all of a sudden everybody
fair.
had to see my ugly mug more. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Very cool. You can check us out, oneboardfamily.com. We got tons of reviews all over the website. Our new website design has
beautiful.
only been up 2.5 months, I think. We get questions about like the people are like, hey, that's really clean. That's really cool. I like this. So thank you to everybody who has commented out there. We really appreciate it. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I have a TikTok for Waypoints, which comes to Kickstarter tomorrow. A new game, a print and play game from the people over at Postmark Games.
Mhm.
Postmark.
Nice.
Postmark Games, if you're not backing them on Kickstarter, it's the best $5, $6, $7 you'll ever spend. Like legit. So,
That's nice.
Very cool. Game of Sidekicks, you can find us just about anywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but mostly on the TikToks. That's where I'm doing most of our content. The board game space over on TikTok is a ton of fun. A lot of good creators, a lot of good designers, just contributing over there, having a good time and sticking up for each other. Recently, we had somebody that voiced their strong opinion about how poorly they were treated by a company, and they got some super big support and got a big apology and hopefully a sit down. So it's a great community. I really like what it's doing over there. So tune in.
Yeah, that
Find
was
the Board
that
Game
was
Geeks.
a that was a great TikTok too. Like hearing
It
about
was.
that and then finding out about it. So
Yep,
Yep,
there's good
that's
people
right.
over there.
That's right, publishers. We do talk. So
We 100% talk.
yep.
So,
All right,
very
sir.
cool. Well, thank you guys so much, Chris. Can't wait to see you in 2 days.
Oh, it's gonna be
Isaac,
so much fun.
it's going to be so much fun hanging out
Now
with you.
hold
again.
on. Are we gonna go? Am I gonna see you all at the Forge Tavern Wednesday night?
Wednesday night? Yes.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna pull in. Yeah, I was hoping.
After the media first look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
in the
I'm doing.
evening.
Are
Media
you doing
first looks like at what 4 p.m. or is that 6 p.m.?
4 to
Yeah, it's like
5:30.
3
4
to
to
5:30
Yeah.
or something. 4 to 5:30.
4 to 5:30.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not bad.
We got plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Sweet. All
All right.
right.
Adios. Thanks so
See you
much for
later.
joining us. See you
See
later.
you guys. See you at Origins.
Bye.